Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 has plenty of modes for you to enjoy, but Stratagems was added as part of the 10.0 anniversary update. Today we're going to go through everything that you need to know about this new mode. Firstly, to access it, go to any of the mission terminals on the battle barge and simply select it. The first time you do, you'll see this message giving you an overview of what Stratagems is all about. If we go back to the previous patch for a moment, this is what the mission terminal menu looked like. So in other words, if you don't see the Stratagems tab, you're playing on an older version of the game. Back to the patch 10.0 version, and you'll see that there's daily and weekly challenges across both normal and hard difficulties, with each having different conditions. Stratagems takes the operations that you've probably played multiple times and added new modifiers and buffs as part of these daily and weekly challenges, giving you new reasons to play them. These modifiers could spawn you some additional help, but they could also boost damage for yourself and enemies. Stratagem modifiers could also include higher spawn rates, more Majoris enemies, and also limited ammo. It's a new way to play and can help improve your skills across the board, as each time you play an operation, you'll need to use different tactics in order to be successful. You could run an operation one day and be really successful at it. The next, you could find it a little bit more difficult as the modifiers have changed. Completing Stratagems gives you Accolade points, and these can be spent in the new Accolade shop that's found just to the right of the armory on the battle barge. It used to be called the Data Refinement Shop, but it's been reworked as part of the anniversary update. Here you can spend any accolades that you've earned on heroic weapons and armour, and then later assign them to your loadout. Here are my tips for Stratagems. Number 1. Know your level. Stratagems can be difficult but also very rewarding. It's an ever-changing game mode, and knowing your level will help whether you're doing a stratagem solo or in a team. If you're playing cooperatively, try to play with the same people, as again, everybody's going to know everybody's skill level. But also, adding to this, make sure you use a loadout that 1, you're used to, and 2, it's not just a basic level. If your weapons are a basic level, then level them up in the other modes first. Number 2, teamwork is important. If playing cooperatively, stay with your teammates. Try not to go off and do your own thing unless somebody from your team can cover you, or you're experienced enough to handle an ambush situation by yourself. There may be a stratagem modifier that turns friendly fire off. If this is the case, communication with your team is even more important. You don't want to accidentally hit them. On the flip side, there might be a stratagem that gives you your health back or even a health boost, but you need to be near your team in order to get it, similar to how health recovery worked in an earlier patch. Number 3. Know the operation. While Stratagems modifies the gameplay itself by boosting damage or spawning more enemies, for example, it's good to know where you're actually going. If you're a new player, I'd run the operation outside of Stratagems in the normal operations mode first, just to get used to it so you know what to do and where to go. Then come back to Stratagems when you're a bit more confident, where you can focus on more of the battling elements. Number 4. Have confidence with melee. Knowing the game's melee combat is another key factor in being successful in Stratagems. Not only will it help your crowd control and close quarter skills, but as mentioned, using melee weapons can help you recover health in certain situations. Dodging and parrying blue enemy attacks and setting up for gun strikes are also important combat skills to have mastered on the battlefield. They're key to helping you and your squad find success. And number 5, watch out for bugs. Like with all new modes, Stratagems does come with some bugs, and you can see an example of one on your screen that mentions explosives going off as you pass them. That of course isn't ideal, as it affects both the player and enemy health. However, there was bugs in Siege mode when that was first released, such as enemies getting stuck in areas that were inaccessible to the player. The devs did take a look at those and corrected them, so I would expect any bugs in Stratagems to be ironed out in future updates based on player feedback. Stratagems does give you a reason to go back and play operations that you might not prefer, but as a different experience, so this adds to the game's replayability. So that was a brief look at stratagems in Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. What are your thoughts and how are you finding it? Does it feel like a new experience, or is it just more of the same? Let me know in the comments. And if it's Space Marine content that you're after, there'll be loads more coming soon.